comedy pause there, which seems kind of uncharacteristic of Warhammer. Oh, ripped in half. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Motion Designers React. And today the votes have spoken and we're doing another week of Warhammer 40k. I've been checking out a lot of different cinematics and I gotta be honest, there's a lot of stuff out there, so I wasn't quite sure what to react to next. So what I decided to do, I just downloaded a bunch of different Warhammer trailers. I put them all in one timeline. So what we're gonna do today is look at a bunch of different trailers from the Warhammer universe and see what we think of what we want to watch next. So as always, let's keep the intro short and let's go ahead and jump into the universe of Warhammer 40k with a bunch of new trailers. Astartes 2 trailer. I mean, this is already amazing. Oh, that punch in the face again! The 2 punches! Wow, that was so fast. So hard to react to that with how quick it was, but it felt good. Sound design was amazing. Okay.
One of the Emperor's
Already looking great, feeling cinematic.
Are you here to save us?
Oh, he didn't answer. There was no answer if he's gonna save them or not.
Hold this holy ground
Yes.
in the God Emperor's light.
What drives your futile?
I mean, this is feeling in the realm of.
War is already lost.
I feel like it's feeling a realm of Astartes with how cinematic it's looking.
Killing our own.
They're not our own. Not anymore.
Voice acting seems pretty good.
We lost.
Man, that's a great wide shot on that. I like that a lot.
Sister!
Your continued existence is a source of aggravation.
Yeah, this is feeling great.
Angel of death, are you?
My name is...
Oh, that was cool how the lights of the helmet powered down. Man, I'm going to try really hard not to compare all these to Astartes, but that's kind of the bar for me right now. I mean, that one feels... Yeah, that feels good. It feels cinematic, and I would totally check that one out. Nexus Pariah, is that what that was? Pariah Nexus? Uh-oh, 15 plus. Everybody close your eyes. Man, this kind of feels like Blade Runner already. That was a nice shot and reflection there. You guys know I'm a sucker for dark, moody tones and atmosphere, which is this already has. Feels good. All right, that was a great shot for the gun. Nice effects. I could use a little bit less lens flares. It's covering up a little bit of the action on that. This reminds me of the speeder bikes from Star Wars. Those are pretty sweet though. Oh, that. Okay. So another great looking trailer. I wouldn't mind seeing that. We'll kind of break this out a little bit more here once we get through some of these, but so far they're feeling good. This one is not widescreen. I don't know if I like the start of that. Okay, I changed my mind. This is a great shot.
Victory.
Nice lighting, very, very moody.
Creatures cry from the spires of their temples.
Warhammer is just so good at scale.
Commanders tell the soldiers in their service. The Indomitus Crusade meets with triumph.
Nice galaxy
after
looking
triumph.
effects.
Day by day we tear Imperium Nihilus from the Despoiler's grip. And though we are beset on all sides, with each battle we drive back
the tough part with some of this versus Astartes is
the heretic, the alien.
that was cool. Is the lack of saturation in Astartes I do think helps make it look more cinematic. And I know that the Warhammer guys are mainly blue, but some of these colors, and it still looks great. It starts to get it more into the video game cartoon realm, which isn't a bad thing. But I like how there was just a little bit lack of saturation in Astartes, but this is looking great. Oh man, was this a previous battle?
To cleanse the stars.
Like maybe that gold could be toned down just a little bit. Oh, big guy.
To the enemy.
Oh, he melted him. That reminded me of like the kaiju from Pacific Rim. Oh, except this guy's way faster. Okay. It's my first introduction into the large machines like that. Oh, a little bit of his eye making eye contact at the end there. That was good storytelling, but no mercy.
Soon, their foulness will be but a memory. That is what the preachers say.
Great lighting effects. Anytime you can obscure what's happening a little bit like that with the lighting, I think it just adds a lot of nice drama to it. So far, this one is probably at the top, although that Nexus Pariah one looked amazing as well. Oh, what is this?
Belief will not save us.
Like a bomb or a beacon? I'm sure you guys let me know. Let me know what that little beacon thing is.
Lies
Okay.
will not protect us.
It's cool seeing the flamethrowers.
But it is our hope
I mean, it's got to be like a nuke, right?
that will damn us.
Oh, no. Okay. Did that let them teleport? See, there's just so much happening in this, so many environments. Really nice cinematography on those ashes and flames. Okay, nice slow-mo effect. I like that. It's a mini bolter gun. I'm learning, guys. I'm trying. And then Thor comes in. Okay.
In the spires and the
Interesting. There was a little bit of a comedy pause there, which seems kind of uncharacteristic of Warhammer. Oh, ripped in half.
Our people sing of victory.
There's a lot of color palettes and color tones going on with this, but it's still kind of working.
Victory as the Imperium rots around us.
Man, the
Victory
sparks
as
and
humanity
flame
rages
effects,
against the dying of the light.
so well done. Love how it's being lit by the muzzle flares on that. Cool, nice little HUD effects.
Victory.
There's something happening on the sides in the background, though. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. I'm curious what that was. So that trailer was actually really well done. I like that. I don't know if that's for a show or just something coming up. All right, this is the other one you guys recommended, the Horus Heresy. We're back to widescreen, which feels good.
I never wanted to unleash my legions.
Even just this beginning shot, so much smoke, particles, and atmosphere. The kind of the ash and embers. Oh, the lighting on his face looks really cool. Oh, ran him right through.
You betrayed us all.
Dude,
Stole power from the gods.
he wasn't even looking at him. He doesn't even care. It's just like a bug.
Only one chance to prosper. If you will not
I mean, if the Space Marines are huge, then he is a monster. Oh, very cool.
so let it be.
Okay, this is feeling pretty good. I have a couple of notes I'll try to remember here about the depth of field. Dang, that thing is huge.
From the skies of terror to the galactic rim.
A lot happening here. Lots of different environments and scenarios, which is really nice to see. Yeah, there's some really... Ooh, favorite shot.
Let the seas.
That Battle-X sunset, that was very cinematic. Almost felt kind of like Dune.
Though it takes the last drop of my blood, I will see the galaxy freed once more.
Yeah, this looks, oh, great.
And if I cannot save it from you,
Lighting across the face on that was really well done. Nice little extra effect there. Yeah, him standing next to the other Space Marines, I mean, he's like twice his size. Yeah, that was a great cinematic trailer. There's definitely stuff I think we'll have to dive into more once these series come out. It'd be fun to kind of go back and react to the series individually. So this is a little bit different than the Space Marines I've been used to. This is Exodite. Great space scene. Man, nice HUD effects and graphics on that. Yep, this is another really good looking cinematic. I don't know what that suit is, but it looks awesome. Oh, you know what? Then that typography is kind of nice too. We don't see a lot of typography and text arrangements in the Warhammer world. Okay, so I saved this one for last because I've already seen it, because I definitely am going to get this game and play it. But yeah, again, I would love to know how they divvy out their cinematics, because I feel like there are obvious styles and differences across the board here. Like this one,
We've lost the square. We can't hold it.
this one's looking, really cinematic, probably at the top of the list so far. Is it Astartes? Maybe not. But I like the little bit of the storytelling in here, how we haven't seen these guys yet, and now we're revealing to this awesome Michael Bay wide shot. Love it. Oh, I love that overhead shot. That was great. Oh, split down the middle. What are you, dude? Did you not just see what happened? You can't go against these guys. What are you doing? Yeah, nice. Oh, ripped his head clean off. What? Yeah. That guy's like, yeah, I want to do that. Well done. Again, I like how it looks. I just kind of wish the blue was a little bit desaturated or something. Angels. But still just a really good cinematic. Oh man, in this background scene. Alright, and I know from the things on his head, you guys have told me, he's been in the service for a very long time. I think you guys were mentioning is 50 to 100 years per circle, I guess you'd call it. This game is going to be pure chaos. Alright, that was a ton of Warhammer content and trailers. Let's just take a quick look through some of the trailers that we saw and some things that I'm liking. And again, try not to hold it too much against it and comparing it all to Astartes, but that's just kind of the standard and where the bar is at for me being, in this Warhammer world. So we do open up with the nice Astartes 2 trailer, and there's not much to say about it. It's cinematic, it's got the impact, we got these hard-hitting punches, we got the great sound design, cinematic camera moves. So far, I'm feeling like this is a great follow-up to the first one. Like you guys were mentioning, will we ever see it? I hope so. I like to be optimistic about it, but from a design standpoint, not much to say. It's looking great. So let's move on to the next trailer. So the next one we looked at was the Pariah Nexus trailer, and I'm liking how this is looking. This is probably, once this comes out, this is probably something I will check out and have to get the membership for. Again, from a design standpoint, this is feeling cinematic. Again, feeling in the world of Astartes. We have great opening shots, real cinematic camera looks, and our character design is looking great. It's looking like another animatic. The thing that Astartes had going for it that might hurt this a little bit is we're never getting much of the actual character's face until the very end. Humanoid faces and flesh, it's really hard to pull off. I think they're doing a good job at this, and I think it'll work. If it's great cinematic and it has a great story, then it's going to be enjoyable. There are a couple shots that stood out for me. One of the shots I really like is the moody woods scene. We get some nice atmosphere. We're getting really nice atmospheric haze from the lights of the guns going through. It's just a great little extra touch of realism. The next one is Iron Within, and this is a short one. We don't quite see a whole lot going on, but again, we got the nice widescreen, we got the cinematic bluish tones, and we have a lot of drama happening with the dark lighting. So this was another trailer that I liked. Favorite shot probably is still the opening shot. It feels very Blade Runner to me, and the nice reflections over the little distorted water effects. Really nice touch. One thing, I don't normally say a lot of negative stuff because it's still really great, but there are definitely some moments where we get real high hits of lens flares, and lens flares are okay if they're kind of subtle. I just feel like it's covering up things that are happening, maybe because of time or whatever might happen, but the lens flares are a little bit too strong for me, and maybe we could just reduce that a little bit. I think overall, again, it's feeling good, it's feeling cinematic. I'd love to see more of this, and maybe something else we need to check out. On to the next one. So the next trailer is the Warhammer New Edition trailer. This one's the one that's 16:9. It's not widescreen. Kind of wish it was widescreen. It just kind of gives, that mental effect that it's more cinematic and more like at the movies or more film. But overall, all the shots in here are really great. We get good sense of scale. There's nice lighting, great cinematics. The ember effects kind of stood out to me because it's the first time for me that I've seen a lot of fire and flamethrowers. And I think the embers and also the flamethrowers, the fire is just so well done. It's looking very natural, very real. And I'm liking that I'm able to see kind of a new weapon outside of just the bolt guns and all that. I'm getting introduced to a few new creatures here. They look great. They're big, they're huge. But then, we also get our own robots, which is really nice to see. And the great thing that they're doing with all this is always the sense of scale. We know our Marines are huge, this creature's bigger, but then our walker machine mech guy, go ahead, correct me in the comments, it's okay. It's even bigger and it's coming in with more power and bringing in backup. Hopefully they develop something more for it. Let's check out the next one. So moving on to the Horus Heresy trailer. This is another great cinematic look. Everything's looking nice. And just the color palette, the overall destruction, the apocalypse, the war-torn battlefield. It's just a good overall feeling. It's just feeling cinematic again. A couple of quick mentions of effects that I really like the design of would be the lighting around his face, and definitely have to make note of the ash and the particles and kind of just the dust embers that's flying around in the air. Just feels really good and natural. My only small complaint or critique on this is while I do like depth of field, some of the shots on this, it's almost so much out of focus and so much depth of field that is starting to kind of give that miniature tilt shift lens effect, but it's almost making them feel like they're the tabletop miniatures. So I might turn down that depth of field a little bit on our wide battle shots, because when you have big wide shots with lots of depth of field, that's what's going to make them feel small and little. But if you have tight close-up shots and there's lots of depth of field on that, that's naturally how a camera works, so those don't feel as out of place. So again, on the wide shots, I might just tone down the depth of field a little bit because you're not going to have that much in a wide shot. My favorite shot is definitely these sunset shots. Backlit, big sun. We get that nice rim light going off of their shoulders and on the back. It just feels really nice. Big one-point directional lighting from the back. Anytime you can read stuff that doesn't completely get blown out or doesn't completely get silhouetted with a backlit, it always just feels really nice. And then again, the sun's bringing these warm color tones into it, kind of close to sunset. And it's just one of my favorite shots of this piece. And again, overall feeling really nice. Would like to see more like this. So now we're moving over to the extra die, which is, there's definitely some shots in here that, again, feeling really nice, feeling cinematic. We got, those nice color tones and color palettes. We get nice little depth of field shots. Some of the shots I think I'd like to see smoother bokeh balls versus the octagon or sort of pentagon shapes. Basically, high-end cinema lenses, they have a lot of aperture blades, and that's why you get more of a circular versus, octagon or kind of boxy shapes to your bokeh. But still, I like seeing that. It looks and feels good, and it's nice and cinematic. The trailer is very short, but we're getting great shots throughout the whole thing. We're getting this nice scene of HUD effects, different kinds of motion graphics, nice underlit shots from illuminated screens that they're probably looking at, and also some great space shots, which is feeling very vast and open. I'm liking it so far and would like to see a little bit more. And then one of my favorites in this little trailer montage that we're doing is for the new Space Marine game that's coming out, and I will definitely be buying as well. Overall, great cinematic feel, widescreen, great establishing opening shots, and camera movements are feeling really nice. I'm loving the city shots when we're flying in. We're getting good atmosphere of the clouds. We're going through the clouds, and all that particle work is looking really nice. great handheld shot throughout the trailer, but it's not so handheld that it's jarring. It's keeping us in the action. We're knowing exactly what's happening without kind of pulling us out by being too much movement taking us out of it. Nice little bit of storytelling is we aren't seeing much of the Space Marines up until the point where they land. And we get this nice camera pan up revealing our heroes in this big epic wide shot with a nice background. Very Michael Bay, very Bad Boys. So I really like that shot as well. And again, there's so little negative stuff to say about this, but I feel like I need to equal out a little bit. But some of the things that we're not seeing, like from Astartes, for example, is a lot of zoom ins and zoom outs. When you're on a film set or you're shooting something on film, they're almost never using zoom lenses. They're using prime lenses, which is a fixed focal length. So anytime this kind of punch zooms in or punch zooms out, it kind of feels a little bit less cinematic and something that you wouldn't see a lot on an actual film set. So I wish there was a little bit less than that, because I don't feel like those zooms in and out are kind of necessary. It's already beautiful and doing a great job. So maybe we could tone that back a little bit. Again, thanks for tuning in to another Motion Designer Reacts. Hope you guys like this. And as always, we got more coming. So we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.